Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now it's week 27 of 52 as we continue our onslaught on the Sega Genesis 1993 Action 52 compilation released by Active Enterprises in 1993. And at last, now we've reached 27, we are past the peak in the halfway point of this. Starting the slope down to the 52nd and final game, and game 27 is Dauntless. Another game with no intro screen. So, that's a good start.
Level 1.
Oh, I can't shoot. For some reason, it's the C button rather than the B button, which strange choice for that button. I'm glad they've got parallax scrolling in a way, but the problem is that the sheer volume of clouds actually obscure planes. I mean, that plane nearly hit me because I couldn't see it because the clouds are in the way. I mean, I know that can happen in real life if you're not careful, but this is a game. And besides, if you were actually the pilot of this blue aeroplane, you wouldn't actually be seeing the clouds the way you're currently seeing them now, because you'd actually be inside the cockpit, not several hundred yards to the side of it. Well, I'd like to think you wouldn't be like that, because otherwise it'd be very cold. Oh, come on, I shot that. Oh, dear. Oh, God. Why is it called Dauntless, anyway? Oh, God's sake. For some reason, my plane suddenly stopped moving. Oh, goodness me. I can't get used to pressing the C button to shoot. Why can't it be B? That seems to make more sense. I mean, that'd be like if you were playing a platform game on the Super Nintendo and you're using the X button to jump. I mean, you just don't do that. Oh, God. Again, I couldn't see that plane in time because it was hidden behind the clouds until the very last nanosecond. I'm never quite sure where to go because I'm worried that there could be a plane hiding behind any one of these clouds that's going to smack into me, and I won't see it until it's too late. See, that could have happened if I'd been right at the top there. And there's not enough variety in the clouds either. I mean, come on, this is a 16-bit machine. I know I've been harping on about it in pretty much every other part of this, but this is a game that came out in 1993, and that kind of simplicity of clouds you expect from something on an 8-bit machine. Well, I don't know whether I covered a specific distance or killed enough planes to do that, but whatever, we're onto the next level at least. And it's the same thing with different music. And I did a little bit of more of a delving, and it took a while, but it seems as if Action 52 for the Sega Genesis had pretty much the same sort of price tag as its NES counterpart. So it cost $199 US, if what I saw is anything to go by, just like its NES counterparts did. So that is something I'm definitely going to bear in mind when I come to give my final verdict at the end of this year, which is the plan if I continue to do a review of the Action 52 games every week. As it works out quite well because I actually did my first review on the very first week of 2023, and if I can calculate correctly, with any luck, it'll be close to the end of 2023 when the 50-second final game gets its review, and it'll probably. I haven't yet decided whether or not I'll have a separate video for the overall verdict, or whether I'll just tag it onto the end of the review of the 50-second game. I suppose in that, on the grander scheme of things, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference, but. Oh, for God's sake! Again, this. Do I want to give that one more go? I don't know. Maybe just one more, see if I can get to the third level. I mean, level 1. And a C button to fire. That's it. I mean, look at the clouds on the Super Nintendo version of UN Squadron. Look how much better those are compared to this. And even that SNES version of UN Squadron came out a couple of years before this. That is how you do. I didn't even touch that. Even allowing for the clouds, there was clearly a gap between my plane and that. So iffy hitboxes is another order of the day. And another thing I've just noticed. It doesn't even look like my aeroplane's propeller is rotating. I mean, I've actually seen 8-bit games on the ZX Spectrum that had an aeroplane in them in which the propellers revolved, and that had way less memory and resources than the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. I mean, look at the aeroplanes in the Spectrum version 1942, and even in that, with its considerably restricted colour palette and attributes limitations and memory, it actually had revolving propellers on the aeroplanes. I mean, this came out years later on a 16-bit console, and it doesn't look like my plane's propeller is even remotely revolving. I can't see it. Do I even? Part of me wonders whether I actually really need to shoot these, or whether it's just based on distance. I mean, I'll shoot just in case, because I don't particularly want to be. God, I could have. That was just that problem I mentioned earlier. I was just blind luck. Blind luck. Good choice of words there, Texie. Blind luck that I was just happened to get out of the way in time before, and realised just in time that there was an aeroplane behind that cloud that was dead ahead of my plane. I don't think there are really any bona fide safe spots where you can stay and not risk being hit by a plane that's hidden behind a cloud. But oh God, I mean, the plane may not have collided with me, but it obviously must have shot me because I was nowhere near it. And again, the cloud obscured the bullet. I mean, it's great having the clouds and the parallax scrolling, but that did shoot me. I did just about see the shot. But not if it adversely impacts on the gameplay, and that's the problem with them here. And quite frankly, I've had enough of that game. So that was the strangely named Dauntless. I mean, when you see the word Dauntless, you don't instantly think of flying an aeroplane around. Yeah. But yeah, weirdly named game. So that was Dauntless, and much of the usual problems of the previous games are present and correct here as well, with the continuing problem of the graphics and sound not being up to standard for a game from 1993. The parallax scrolling is nice, but there's so many clouds that they can seriously block your view, especially the foreground ones being in such plentiful supply and being close to one another. you could, by the time you've seen that there's a plane behind one of them, that it could probably have shot you with a bullet that the clouds obscured, or that you didn't even see the plane itself until the very last second, by which point you haven't got time to react and you crash into it. And the way the plane handles isn't exactly great. And why did they use the C button to shoot? Nah. This is another game that's that you're going to give a minute or two and then never play again. Not going to help the final score, especially now I have a good idea of how much this collection cost. So anyway, I hope you'll join me on week 28, which I'm pretty hopeful will be a week from now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to catch you on another one soon. TexyD88 out.